Last week I read an article that this one 89-year-old grandmother and 37-year-old grandson is traveling together. Their plan is to cover 61 national parks together. Now, how did this begin? One day the grandmother says, I've never seen the mountain range. And the grandson right there made a decision. Grandma, you and I, we're gonna go see beautiful national park. What a great grandson. How beautiful and amazing this travel is.
Hey Grandma, where are we?
We're in the middle of a redwood forest.
How do you feel when you look up at these trees?
It makes you feel very small.
Now I would like to give some insights that hit me as I was reading this article. First, this travel is going to be beneficial to the grandson. Now why is that? Because you're actually traveling with someone who is different generation. Now think about it. If you're traveling with the same generations, your peers, wherever you go, your perspectives will be similar, your viewpoint will be similar, and there's nothing to learn from. But when you're traveling with someone who is from different generations, you will be able to hear and listen to different perspectives. You will be influenced by perspectives other than your generation, which means his viewpoint will be widened and his perspective will be farther. That is very beneficial. It will set you free from being narrow-minded. It will set you free from being stubborn because you will have a bigger mind and bigger views and bigger ideas. Why? Because you have been influenced by someone who has lived longer. Have you ever traveled with someone who is older? Have you ever traveled with someone who has a different perspectives? For me, I rarely did it, but those rare experiences I never regret. Why? Because whenever I go traveling with my friends, it was fun, it was great time, I enjoyed it. But after I come back, I didn't really learn anything from those people. But whenever I travel with older generation, along the way when we're having a coffee together or whenever we're walking, when that person is giving me ideas or opinions, it hit me. My eye opened, mind blowing, and that resided in me for the rest of my life. Now, second point. Now, if you're actually traveling with elder, what's gonna happen throughout your travel? You're the one who's gonna take care of the elder. You're the one who's gonna serve the elder. You're the one who's gonna help the elder. You're the one who's gonna show respect and manner to the elder. Now, isn't that a great experience? Why? Because that will build your good personality. It will become your character. You will be a serving person. That's going to be naturally built in you. Now, if you bring that into the real world, any society and any community will want that kind of character and personalities. Therefore, this travel, he will be benefited because he will come out as a different personality and character. That's why it's great for him. The young one, under 20 or little over 20s, plan this kind of travel. It's not only helping out your grandmother or grandfather, but it's going to be training to you. You're going to be built of a great natural character and personality that society is going to want. If parent and the son goes on a travel, sometimes the negative energy will come out because they're going to start complaining to each other. If the friends go on a travel for a long time, sometimes the friendship breaks. They are no longer friends. Husband and wife go on a travel together, they will fight sometimes. But I cannot imagine when grandson and grandmother goes on a travel together, negative energy coming up. I cannot imagine that. Only it will be a time of immense positive energy being produced. Now, wouldn't that be beneficial to both grandson and the grandmother? Of course. It will be healthier for them, it will be mentally healthier for them, and that positive energy you bring to your real world is gonna be helping that person and motivating that person and empowering that person. Now, as I was looking at the articles and their pictures, it just hit me. Both of their faces look very happy and joyful. And that just like hit my heart. It had a message. I come to realize a true happiness is not by a great accomplishments or a lot of monies. Of course, they're gonna give you happiness too. But sometimes a real eternal happiness comes from something very simple. See, he did one simple thing. He took action. And after that, the happiness and the joy was waiting for them. See, we're living in this world with a lot of depressions and a lot of sorrows. And sometimes you feel like, what's life? Life is meaningless. You feel empty. And all this other things, the materialistic things in this world doesn't really satisfy you. I mean, you've experienced it and I've experienced it. Sometimes you come to realize that the true happiness and fulfillment is in something very simple and small. And when you just grab that and take one simple step, that's where the true happiness is. That's what he did. He looked at his grandmother's eye and he says, let's go on a travel. Their goal is covering 61 national parks. Now, why don't you and I do that? Why don't you and I, instead of trying to grab something big, look around and grab that one simple thing and take action? It could be to your parents, it could be to your grandmother, or it could be to your grandchildren. Whatever that is, don't think complicated, but simply when something hits you, grab that and take that one simple action. And maybe a great, exciting journey of happiness and joy is waiting for you. One simple action of you can bring my joy and my happiness. That one simple action. Subscribe below, click like, and comment below. And I'll be so happy. This was Mad Bert Show.